Just got my Gerber LMF II in the mail, and I've got to say I am impressed. I guess this knife was purpose-built with influence from the military. It was for a really specific application, but it was designed for helicopter pilots to use when their copters are downed, so they can actually cut their way out of a crashed helicopter and then use it in like a survival scenario. So some really interesting features to kind of come out of that. This point is designed for breaking plexiglass. The pommel is designed to serve as a hammer. Because of that, it is not full tang. It's like 4/5 tang. But I guess they wanted to cut down on vibration from the pommel when used as a hammer, and they also wanted to reduce the current being carried through the whole knife due to electrical shocks, which is also kind of interesting to think about since they were, I guess, anticipating having to cut power cords and stuff like that. There's a sharpener built into the sheath, which is a nice feature. It's got all these attachment points for MOLLE. You can do it on your belt. It has two of these leg straps that have they're nylon with like an elastic piece to them. So you could do like a thigh carry if you wanted to. There's Velcro in here that attaches to the strap. You could do both of them and do like an ankle carry, which is kind of neat. It is really in here, like in the sheath. It's got these two snaps to keep it in place, but even without those, like it's not going anywhere. It's solid. I read a bunch of reviews about this before I purchased it, and a lot of people were saying they actually cut themselves pulling it out the first time because they were not expecting it to be in so well. Once it's out, the blade is 420 high carbon steel, so really tough. It's Cerakote covered, ceramic covered, made in Portland, Oregon, made in the US. That's always nice. It's got lash points so that you can attach it to a pole to make it into a spear. Some serration on the blade to ease with cutting through cordage and things like that. The grip is really good. It feels really good. It's big. It's beefy. The blade itself is really thick, and that's on purpose. They designed it for cutting through, like battening, cutting through wood in like a survival application. So, I mean, it's not a wimpy knife. I would be hard pressed in my applications to do any damage to this thing, but it's definitely not a knife to be afraid of actually using, which is kind of cool and reassuring. The grip is like some sort of rubbery compound. It's really good. Feels good in the hand. It's very grippy. I think it can be very grippy even when wet. Drop point design to add strength to that blade. Overall, I'm really impressed. I guess this design is being discontinued. I'm not sure why, but there's some good deals out there to grab it. I had a gift card, so I got mine through Bass Pro Shops, but they are getting harder to find. There's not very many places that carry them. It comes in a coyote color pattern as well, so the grip would be coyote, the blade and everything else would still be black, and then the most of this is coyote, with the exception of like this piece and a couple of other small things on here. So if that color scheme is more interesting to you, that's available. I liked the black, but I guess, to each their own. But overall, really cool. I can't wait to use it in outdoor hiking and camping applications, which is what I'm mostly going to use it for. But I mean, it's definitely overbuilt, and I'm really impressed with it. So can't recommend enough. Haven't gotten to really use it yet, but have no doubt at all that it will do what I want it to when I do need to use it.